Good seeing you back for Devos today. And again, we're looking at the subject matter of just like walking with the Lord. Walk your talk. Now, let's not just say we're believers. Let us prove it by the way that we live and we walk in the Lord. Now, today I want to talk to you about walking with other believers. We've been talking about walking in good works and walking in our faith. We're going to be looking at that, walking in the Spirit. Okay, but what about walking with other believers? Now look in Amos chapter 3, verse 3. It says, "Do two walk together unless they have agreed to meet?" Meaning, there is an appointed time with a plan to get together with people that are like-minded. Okay, there is no such thing as, I'm like this Secret Service Christian, and, years ago I trusted in Jesus, and, I don't like other people, and I don't like being around other people, and I just want, my faith between me and God. Okay, that's absolutely unscriptural. And the reason for that, if you don't need other people, then those people need you. And you ought to be willing to offer your time to help people because God and Jesus has been so good to you. So this has to be done on purpose. Now, let's look at Proverbs 27, verse 17. It says, "Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another." I think it's pretty clear. Okay, so when men get together and ladies get together and we fellowship together, we sharpen each other. And for those people who say, I don't need that, well, then you should be the one giving that. So if you think, I know a lot more than other people and I have a lot more experience in the Lord, well, you should be getting together with other Christians and sharing with them and ministering to them. You know what I found as a pastor? That if I'm having a problem somewhere, what I do is I sometimes pick out people that I know are having the same problem, and I will go to them and help them. And they think, wow, I can't believe, the pastor's helping me with this. Well, to be upfront, they're helping me because I'm helping them with the very same thing I'm struggling with. Because human beings need human beings, and that's the way that God created us. Now if you kind of live on your own and kind of crawl in a shell and don't talk to people, I'm going to be upfront, that sets you up for a life of discouragement, many times of depression. Let's go somewhere else in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25. It says this, okay, "We are not to be neglecting to meet together." Okay, let's talk about as believers. Bible study, prayer, getting together for worship service. He says, as the habit of some, meaning he's saying there's some Christians that do this. He goes, you ought not to do that. He said, but we're to be encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. When I was in Bible college, I had this friend, and his name is Tom. So him and his wife, and me and my wife, we were very, very, very poor. So here we are, we're down at college. We could hardly put food on the table. So we made an agreement that it was cheaper for four of us to eat a meal together than just two each. And by that time we had three, that both of us had little babies. So one day my wife would cook for lunch. That was the big meal of the day. Then next day they would cook for lunch. And we kept going back and forth to share, but also we didn't know anyone down there. So we became very good friends, and we would encourage each other, kind of empower each other. Well, I always was kind of the one, encouraging most people. But when I finished up school, the devil got to me, and this is what happened. I became the manager of a Pizza Hut. Now, that might not seem like a big deal, but when you're 22 years old and you're a manager of a Pizza Hut, it doubled my paycheck. I paid off all my bills. Now, we're living in this little tiny, humble camper. Don't laugh at me. Okay, camper. But I thought I was rich. So now I have all this extra money, and I start getting comfortable. Well, I was supposed to leave in the spring. Well, I didn't leave till midsummer, and you know why? I was dragging my feet. And you know why I got up here? My friend Tom, he was yelling at me. He was helping me get here. He was getting all over me, telling me, what you're doing is wrong. Thank God I had a godly friend. Listen, this is important. You need people. and people need you. Jesus is coming. Look here, the day drawing near, Jesus is coming soon, and we ought to be ready. Okay, so here we go. Start walking. Start walking with friends. Remember, walking makes friction. Movement makes friction. Friction causes sparks, and sparks start fire. So start walking with a friend today.